Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna talk about from the higher time frame to the lower time. So from trade idea to execution, from higher time frame analysis to winning trade or maybe losing trade. But let's start building a daily trading framework from high time frame bias to execution. This is a smart money concept, one of the concepts I really use and talk about in my Discord. If you want to join them, link is in the bio. But let's start with the video. Why you need a daily framework, why most traders lose and you don't have to. No high time for bias means random trades. ICT, one of the guys I learned of, but also use my own concepts, told me one, or not specifically me, but had told his students one time, if you're not trading on the high time frame, you're just gambling. It's gambling on the lower time frame if you don't know what the high time frame means. No daily routine means inconsistent executions and worse entries that you could have had if you had a daily routine. No structure is emotional decisions. A strong framework equals confidence plus consistency. Hard time for directional bias, monthly, weekly concept. What to mark? Interbank, there was, I don't know. Opnieuw, 3, 2, 1. High time frame directional bias, monthly, weekly concepts. What to mark is IPDA gaps, previous week. Higher time frame directional bias, monthly, weekly concepts. What you have to mark: IPDA gaps, previous week high and previous week low, monthly PDA raise, weekly liquidity pools, seasonal tendencies, and some other things I'm gonna talk about and show you guys in the chart. But first, this sets the tone for the higher time frame. As I have some pictures right here, I don't know if you see my mouse, but this is the monthly time frame. We took out liquidity right here, the buy side. We traded down to this value gap on the monthly chart. This is the monthly chart, guys, and came in this bullish order block on the monthly time frame. Even respected the equilibrium in the order block, and after that, the seasonal tendency switched from bearish to a more bullish. We have also looked a little bit more on the lower time frame, the weekly time frame. It's a little bit, or it's still the higher time frame, but a lower time frame, the monthly time frame. The same thing, but if you refine it, you have a more beautiful weekly order block right here. Price trades into it and just retraces higher. Daily chart levels. We found bias with daily PDA rates. Focus on fair value gaps, order blocks, liquidity voids, and previous day high, previous day low. As you see, the same chart, but now on the daily time frame. We traded inside that weekly order block, as you see right here. We traded up, took out this sell side liquidity and also low resistance liquidity run, came back to this bullish order block and traded higher. You have to see it like this. Time frame alignment is really important from monthly, weekly, daily to intraday. From ID to execution, look for market structure shifts, confirm breaks, imbalancements, entry, order block, fair value gap, or breaker block. Stop, logically protected, only execution if it matches your high time frame bias. So as I said, without a high time frame bias, also what ICT said, you are gambling on the lower time frame. Same chart, still the same chart, but we're now on a 1 hour time frame. As you see, this was the weekly order block where we're talking about. We retraced it higher, made around here a beautiful CSD on this gap. We traded on this volume gap, it's called, I will talk about it later, some other video. We traded down, it's really a bit difficult to see, but I can show you guys, I can also zoom in. We traded down inside this fair value gap right here. I placed entry on the equilibrium on the fair value gap and we went just higher and higher. Maybe I can show you this monthly chart, buy side, seasonal tendency, equilibrium, the gap where I was talking about. Same for here, the weekly chart. We also have weekly gap right here that was respecting the order flow higher. After that, we made a sell side liquidity point right here. We took it out on that swap inside the weekly order block right here. I made a more beautiful weekly order block. I also talk about what a vetted order block is. Was I think a video ago or 2 videos ago, but I have to check that. We respected the equilibrium, and after that, the seasonal tendency switched to bullish. Let's start and look in the charts. Guys, I took this AMD trade on Euro USD. I already made a video about that, but I'm now going to show you guys how I use the higher time frame to speculate what the lower time frame is going to do, to not gamble my trades and to be not inconsistent but to be consistent. let's start on the higher time frame. If you think like what's happened here right here, I also this little I go to a replay mode on this chart so to show you guys. We had here a few things and possible CSD, so I expect the price to go lower, but we had here a beautiful higher time frame gap on the daily time frame. Also, price traded into the equilibrium, didn't respect it, so price could have go lower. But my high time frame analysis was still that we were a little bit more bullish. That was also the fundamental analysis, everything on it. But we had here daily gap, also a daily order block right here. So we had a lot of protection to go higher, and that was one of the reasons why I really thought price would go higher, and it did. If we go in the lower time, a little bit lower time frame, maybe we can go to the 4-hour time frame. As you see right here, we had a 4-hour gap. We traded below this buy side, sell side liquidity, also below this sell side liquidity. Go to the 1-hour chart. Right here, we have another stuff right here, beautiful. The setup was like this: lower time for accumulation, we manipulated down, and we traded higher. That's how I used the high time frame to determine the lower time frame. I will show you guys another example of it on a chart I will never use. Guys, let's start with drawing. We are now on the monthly time frame as you see, and we're gonna draw the monthly PDA rays. Yeah, right. One. Oh, one around here. V plus monthly. As you see, we're respecting it. We have a gap right here because we already mitigated one time. I'm sorry, guys. Because we already mitigated one time the gap, I will put the equilibrium in the gap to see where it is. We have also a beautiful BPR right here. Invert. I know why I'm doing that the whole time, guys. My mouse is not working. 1 second. 1 second. Or I'm sorry, BPR. Inverse gap, but it's also BPR. BPR. We respected that also. Balanced price range, that's what it's called. Also another one that we already traded inside of it right here. So I will not draw that one. After that we have here also a monthly gap right here. Gap. Monthly gap right here. As you see, we have drawn every important monthly PDA ray. Now we go a time frame. 1 second. I see, I just click escape by now. Now we go time frame lower to the weekly chart. For once, as you see right here. We have here now a weekly fair value gap. Weekly. Also a weekly weekly break block right here. After that we already mitigated this weekly gap. I won't draw it. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, while I touching everything. We also have a weekly order block is already mitigated. So as you see, we've drawn every important weekly PDA ray. Now let's go to the daily. As you see right here, we have a daily analysis order block. I have one important 181, 340, 100. No, this is not a valid order block, but you can still use it, but I won't use it. As you see right here, we have some other PDA rays, daily gap. If I'm going to be real with you guys, as you see, we have also daily gap right here. We mitigated, but I'll go to the lower time frame. Also have the 4 hour, but I won't check it. I will go immediately to the 1 hour. I will tell you guys why. because of this trading setup right here. As you see one right here, we have some beautiful low resistant liquidity around here. But I will draw it like this for you guys. What do you see? Buy side liquidity. I will put this as the target. Let's see what price goes up. No, not immediately. Once it go up fast, or takes time a little bit. Take your time more if you want, but it won't. We took out the buy side, as you see, right here, and there we have our entry idea for price. If you think what chart I just found at random is a US bond chart of 10 years. If you think why I use this chart, is one of the only charts I don't know, so I looked for a chart that I don't know anything about it a lot, so I use this chart. As you see, and price reversed higher. Why you think I entered? Order block right here, and we mitigated this gap. It's not that difficult. One thing you really have to know also about this is on the lower time frame intraday, checklist, daily bias, fundamental analysis also. This is in the IPDA arrays that are the most important things are intraday checklist, is the daily bias, fundamental analysis, so red fall if it's a red fall on how what time. Also have analysis about that, how you can use it to hedge on it and to make profit with it, but that will be on a later video. Intraday PD arrays that are aligned with the high time frame PD arrays. If you like this video, please follow and subscribe, and see you guys the next time. Link in the bio is a Discord for our server, and please check that, and we'll see you guys the next time.